I could not make this shit up if I tried. I just cannot. And I need you guys to stay with me, because this is probably going to blow your mind as much as it blew mine. So I had this patient, and this patient was extremely, extremely drowsy. And there was nothing that she was taking that should make her that drowsy. She was just like, I cannot hold my eyes open. Like, I am so drowsy. So I started questioning, are you taking anything that you are not prescribed, like vitamins, supplements, anything else, anything that you have changed in your diet or your life? And she says, no, not really. She's like, the only thing I take is melatonin. And I said, okay. And I said, how often are you taking melatonin, and how many milligrams? She said, I take it about 4 times a day. She said, I think those are 10 or 20 milligrams. She was like, but I'm trying to get the highest dose. She said, so I can get a really good tan before the end of the summer. And I said, huh? And she said, yeah. She said, the higher the dose, the more you're going to tan. And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, she was like, the more you take the melatonin, the more you're going to tan. She's like, I'm trying to get up to the highest dose. And I was like, I'm not sure what you're talking about. And I was like, but I hope you're not taking melatonin all day and all night long. And she said, well, yeah. She was like, because she said, I would rather just take the pill than lay out in the sun. And I said, take the pill? She was like, I can see now you don't know what you're doing. I said, ma'am, I'm trying to understand what you are saying here. And she says, I'm taking the melatonin. She was like, because I don't want to lay in the sun. I said, so you're taking melatonin to tan? She was like, yes. She was like, because that's what black people have in their skin. And that's it. I about fell out. I don't like, what the fuck is she talking about? And I'm like, ma'am, I think you mean melanin, and baby, you can't buy that in a bottle. I'm like, what you are taking is a sleep aid, and that is why you are so freaking drowsy. And she looks at me like I'm totally stupid. Like I have no fucking idea what is going on. And she's like, so that's not melatonin that's in their skin? I was like, no, that is melanin. And baby, you have to be born with it. That is not something you can buy in a bottle. You might want to throw them fucking melatonins away before your ass goddamn collapse some fucking where. I can't make this shit up.